lately there are many discussions on structure, internal art, Fajing, force law, and Qigong. And today I'd like to share with you one of the major critical part of the body, which is the shoulder ball. Okay. Now, if you recall on my video on the four-wheel drive, the hip balls here and the shoulder ball here is like the four-wheel drive of the sport utility vehicles. Okay? So, this hip balls, which consists of the lower part of the spine and the hip joints, I often call it as the vertical transmitter, which is it transmits force flow up and down the body vertically. Shoulder ball, which is the consists of the shoulder joint, the shoulder blade, and the upper part of the spine, or the upper part of the back, which is I call the vertical to horizontal converter, because you need that part to function in order to use the full body power from ground up. If that part is locked, the vertical and horizontal, this critical point is locked or hold, that means you jam that flow of the power or force. Okay. So the shoulder ball, again I said it is consists of your upper part of the joint, your spine, and your shoulder and your shoulder blade. Three things. So shoulder ball is three things. Shoulder ball is not just shoulder. Okay, and it performs the conversions of the force going up vertically and going out horizontally, or coming in horizontally and going down vertically. That is how important this area is. Okay. If this area is not properly developed, it is predictable you will see different things. One, it will influence the oxygen intake and the blood flow in the chest area. Okay. Second, it will influence the force flow of the body. The third, it will influence the qi flow from head to legs, and from legs to the chest. It will influence that. Okay. So anyone who doesn't develop this shoulder ball properly, forget about talking about structure, qigong, force flow, internal. One simply don't have it because that thing is stuck. Okay. Now, there are a few common errors which people do, which is improper handling of that balls. One is when everybody, because of the popularity or something, everybody saying, "Well, I want to do Zhanzhuang," and they do this. Well, people think, "Oh, they are going to learn internal art by that. I'm going to develop internal art by that." Well, the matter of fact is, doing this for the people who is a beginner will end up lock up this shoulder ball instead of develop anything but lock up. Okay. The second thing is, you see people practice Yulin Tao this way. This is locking up the whole thing, the shoulder ball hip. Okay. So you talk about qi flow, it's not going to flow. You talk about full body force flow, it's not going to flow. You talk about blood circulations and oxygen, it's not going to go there. Okay? Stuck. And some even do hunchback, or doing this way, or doing this way. All these are improper things to do with the human nature, against human nature. Okay? Same thing, Hai Bong Sao, you do that, you get it stuck. This whole thing stuck. Okay? So, again, one need to be able to open up that part, loosen it, and you feel lightweight. Otherwise, there's no game can play there. Okay? Now, in the reality, when people touch hand or in the real combat with the real internal expert, they're gonna shoot in the middle of your shoulder blade. There is the location, they call it in Chinese, sometimes they call it Jing Yuan, or the source of your force flow. They shoot it. And just blowing that part away, it just tear apart your upper body. Okay? And of course, if that part is stuck, one will end up only using the shoulder muscle or your elbow muscle. There's no full body force, or in Chinese we call 正劲, 整体劲, the full body 劲. They don't have it because it break apart. So this is how important this shoulder bow is. And just by watching somebody in YouTube, you can see that. Okay. If they do that, you know they do not develop those kind of things. And you know that they boil down to using the shoulder, their elbow, or muscle. Even if they talk about spine handling, but if they do not talk about the shoulder blade, they still don't have it. It's just brute force stuff. Now, as we talk about the action-reaction force stuff, you need to know it, aware it, and be able to sense it in order to use it. And that's why you need to be open it, to lose it. You feel lightweight, then you can handle the action-reaction force. This is scientific. It doesn't matter which grandmaster or who say what. This is physical, law of physics, human body, anatomy. Okay? So then you ask me, so how that you know every part? Well, let me show this to you. This is finger. This is wrist. This is shoulder. This is the elbow. Okay? The part that move. This is the shoulder. This is shoulder blade. Okay? So from the finger, from the wrist, to the elbow, to the shoulder blade, all has to be able to activate and not lock. And of course that will influence your spine behind your back. Okay? If you do this, or do this, or do this, that part is locked. Okay? Okay. So you ask me, so in Wing Chun, where do we train this? Well, simple. The first part of the Wing Chun, the first section of the Wing Chun, the snake section of Wing Chun is doing that. But it's not like this. It's not like this, moving this. It's whole thing. It's the whole thing from the shoulder blade to out there. And the Wing Chun Biuji is this type of thing. It's not lock here, lock here, lock here, and then you poke this way. I mean, if you poke that way, you only use this one, or you use this one. Or you say, well, I'm going to align my spine. But if you can align your spine, okay, to have a force like spring, but it still will not travel because of your shoulder blade, shoulder, and your upper back spine is not aligned. Okay. So that's what it is. This is this part. If you don't have this part, you don't train that properly, you will not be able to do that. Okay. So then where is this from? Well, this is from Mei Shi Zhuang. This is called the Tong Bei Jing, which is penetrate the shoulder force flow of the Jing. They're usually doing it this way, or they use it doing this way. But if we don't go look at that shoulder blade, shoulder, elbow, wrist, finger, you not notice it. You're just doing this. So that's why mimicking sex is actually the most misleading thing. If you don't know all these things, one can do a lifetime. Okay, practice say 8 hours a day for a lifetime. You still don't get it. Okay, you can go doing this for 10 million years. You still lock your shoulder blade. You do not know how to handle the shoulder blade, the shoulder and the upper part of spine. And actually, a lot of people is developing bad habit like that. So you play with the Tai Chi guy or Xingyi or real or Bagua internal expert, they're going to shoot you from there and take you out. That's reality. Okay? So, speaking of the PUG, same deal. Okay? So, this is the vertical to horizontal converter. If you don't have that, you're stuck. This is a part of the four-wheel drive. Okay, if you cannot drive it, you're stuck. So this is for you today. Okay, and test it out. Think about it. Okay.